My name's Jerome Howard, and I'm a registered CT technologist. Science, math, those classes that you would take to graduate anyway, yeah, those things do pertain into getting your degree into radiology. Absolutely. You're going to take higher levels of that, of course, when you're in college, but while you're in high school, you're going to want to do those things and do well at them so that you have a smoother transition when you do get into college. You know, it's interesting. I didn't know what I wanted to do coming right out of high school. I got accepted to Virginia Tech to do computer science, and I got accepted to the University of Tennessee to be an architect of all things. But when it came down to it, my mom had a suggestion that maybe I should do what my aunt does. She's coincidentally a X-ray tech. And, you know, it kind of rung a bell, and I thought about it and I researched what she did, and I was like, okay, this is sounding kind of interesting. And, you know, the rest is history. When I went to the University of Charleston to enroll and I got into the X-ray program, I have not looked back. I've loved it from day one. It's just, I'm fortunate in that, you know, I really like what I do. There's excitement here. No 2 days are the same. You have to be flexible, and that you have to be ready for, you know, any kind of trauma. You got scheduled patients, you have emergency room patients, and, you know, I like the variety of things. It's not boring by any stretch of the imagination. A lot of times the OR docs will want to see this before they do surgery. You get a 3D representation of what's going on. I like the fact that we are helping people that come in here that are sick or that are acutely injured, and to know that we're making a difference in their life. And, you know, we occasionally get feedback from patients, you know, that come back through thanking us and saying that, you know, we help them get through a difficult time. That's probably the most rewarding part of the job for me. Our job is very pressure packed. There are certain exams that we do where we're injecting contrast to a patient's venous system, and when you're injecting contrast and you're chasing contrast through the body, it's only going to be in a certain part of the body for a certain amount of time. You have one chance, and one chance only, to make sure that you get that machine going when that X-ray dye is highlighting the part that we're interested in. So there is pressure, and that can be challenging to know that, you know, people's, you know, well-being and health is on the line, and it's all up to you to make sure that you come through and get what the doctor has ordered and wants. And you have to be flexible in this job too with your hours. I mean, hospitals never close, so, you know, you're apt to work or be called in to work, you know, at any time. So those two things are pretty challenging. It's not really a typical day because you don't know if the emergency room is going to be crazy, or you don't know if you're going to have to do ICU patients. You just have to kind of have an open mind and be flexible and pretty much ready for whatever, you know, comes off, a stroke call, a trauma call. But that's what I like about it. You don't really know. The only set thing that we do have is we do have scheduled outpatients. That's the only thing set. Everything changes if you have to work on someone that you know, a friend, a family member, or a friend or a family member of a coworker that you work with. That's when you realize, you know, the gravity of what we do. It's serious. And you know, our job is to be taken serious, and you know, we play an important role here, you know, in the medical imaging field and the hospital as a whole. So that's the one thing that I didn't really bargain for when I started working was, you know, seeing a friend come in through the emergency room who didn't make it.